So you're about to haul a load. Cross town, cross country, doesn't matter. Before you pull out of the yard, let's cover up your brake lights and your turns, heck, even your reverse lights. Well, of course you're not going to do that, but during winter that's pretty much what happens, right? Snow and slush starts to stick to your lights, and once they ice up, no one can see you. Other drivers can't see you. They won't know if you're stopping or if you're turning, and if it's bad enough, they might not even know you're there until it's too late. If other drivers can't see your lights, it's obviously dangerous for you and everyone around you. Which is why you need these heated signal lights. Now, on a day like today, heated lights might not normally be top of mind. But no matter what time of the year you're watching this, you need to plan ahead. Before you make your next trip on a snowy highway, get the one light that can melt away snow and make the road safer for everyone. The JW Speaker Model 234. The heaters only kick in when conditions require them, but you'll get the advantage of bright LED light year-round. And the more you stand out to others when you're turning, stopping, or just going down the road, the more you reduce your chance for trouble. And everything else aside, trouble's expensive. Between actual and hidden costs, the average accident will run about $150,000, making an investment in heated signal lights a pretty simple decision. For the heater to kick on when it's needed, it's got to have power. Well, turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights don't always get power. The simple solution is to tie into your running light circuit and have the running lights or headlights on when conditions might require a heater. You probably have them on anyhow, right? The stop tail lights are already tied into the circuit, and we'll show you the simple connection you need to make for the turn signals or the backup lights. Well, when I say we, I mean Chris, who's been fixing trucks for over 20 years.
All right, so today we're going to put some new tail lights and a new reverse light in this truck. I've already got the rivets drilled out of these. Just going to pop these rings off. We're going to pop our lights out. There's a plug on the back, a 3-wire plug. Just going to unplug that. We're going to install the new grommet in the light housing. Plug our new JW Speaker heated LED in. Work it into the grommet. And it's as easy as that. All right, we've got our tail lights installed. Now we're going to put in a reverse light. This one is also heated. The process for doing this is going to be a little bit different than the tail lights because there's a grommet on this one, plus we have to find a constant power source for our heater. So we're going to start by popping this light out of the grommet. Like that. We've got a 2-wire plug on the back of this light. We're going to unplug it. Then we're going to check for our power and our ground on this plug. Okay, we found our power, and this one should be our ground. We're going to try to expose our wires because we're going to have to cut this plug off. There is a plug out there that you can buy that will plug into this and then into the new JW Speaker light. But we're splicing this today because it's a little bit safer to do it this way than to put add another pigtail in there. There's too many areas that can corrode and cause issues for you down the road. So that's why I typically use the heat shrink connectors. Now that we've got our wires off, we're going to trim them to expose the wires. Try not to touch the wires together because there is power there. The red wiring on this one is our power wire. On this pigtail from JW Speaker, we've got red, black, and white. Red is going to be our power, white is going to be our ground, and black is going to have to run to a power source to run the heater on this light. Now this black wire, we're going to tap into our marker lights, and that's going to provide power to our heater on our reverse light. Okay, our reverse light works. So now we just have to tap into our running lights to get power. Just work the light back into the grommet. That's how it should look. All right, now that we've got the light installed, we tracked our power down. We're going to wire up our heating element. We're going to run it off of the running light wire. So when the lights are on, there will be power to the heater for the reverse light. I'm using a heat shrink connector, a step down, so that way it'll accept two sets of wires on one side and one set on the other side. Where I'm tapping into is the marker light wire, which is the black wire. And the reason why I'm doing that is because you need a constant power source to the heating element on the reverse light. The way these heaters work is there's a sensor built into these lights. So it's not like the heater's on all the time. It's only on when it needs to be. Okay, now that we've got it wired up, we've got the heat shrinks here. We need to heat shrink those to seal them up so corrosion does not get in. You don't want to heat too much because you don't want to ruin them. Just enough to get them so they shrink down. Okay, now we'll let them cool and secure our wires. Now that our lights are installed, we're going to check to make sure the heaters are working. If you feel the front of the light, you can feel the heaters are on. The heater kicks on initially to burn any condensation out of the light, and eventually it'll go off and only come on when needed. We just installed these lights with grommets. JW Speaker also offers a trim ring kit for these lights. The benefit to the trim ring kit is it's either riveted or bolted in. It's a nice option for anti-theft. JW Speaker also offers a chrome bezel that goes on it, holds it secure, and it looks good.